What's poppin', everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Hope you guys are all having an absolutely fantastic kick butt day today so far and are enjoying this Season 5 Brawl Pass. Pretty dang epic. Now guys, we have some very important information to get into in today's video. As you all know, in this update we have 8 new second gadgets being released to us over a duration of time. But today we're going to be going over 4, where 2 of them have the potential to be released in game first, based on our discretion, our vote as a community, which is really cool. So hope you guys are all pumped up for the info. Let's get straight away into it. Here we go. Alright everyone, so to start off today's video, we are taking a look at the official Brawl Stars Twitter page, looking back in time for an example of what's going to be going down with the new gadgets this time around. So as you can see, Brawl Stars tweeting out some time ago, you decide which gadgets should be released this Friday. Vote and we will release the winning choice in the game. And then the community was able to decide which ones they wanted implemented into the game first. As you can see in this example, B's won by a landslide and Daryl taking second place, far behind B. So then that Friday, Daryl's gadget along with B's gadget was released into the game first. Now the new second gadget we're going to be choosing from this time around is Rosa's second gadget, Unfriendly Bushes, Tara's, which is Support from Beyond, Jean's Vengeful Spirits, and Tick's Last Hurrah. So the poll to choose from these 4 gadgets are going to be going live over on the Brawl Stars Twitter page tomorrow, where you guys can vote for your absolute favorite one and hopefully it getting in the game first. So we're going to be hopping into a very quick match with each of these 4 gadgets so we can get a better idea if you guys need a little refresher, and going over my general opinions, and then at the very end give you guys which one I'm going to be voting for tomorrow. So starting things off with Rosa's gadget here, and these matches will be very quick because we're up against bots, but we're able to see briefly where the people are in the bushes. They take 100 points of damage when activating the gadget and are slowed for 3 seconds. So we have this Leon up here. We can see just for a second, even though he was in that little patch. Lucky Leon, but we do have 2 more tries here. So if we use it once again, let's see if there's anyone around us. Bam, no one around us. There's some stuff going on up here, but the thing that I like about it doesn't seem super crazy good because you can barely see them only for a brief second. But the slow is really important for a brawler like Rosa. You can catch up to people so easily if they are in the bushes, and then coupled with the star power, if you do have Rosa maxed out, she thrives in the bushes, right? So she can be even better with this gadget. So taking out this Nita, let's see what we can do here. Let's finish up these bots, guys. We have to teach the bots a lesson. Ever since the star power and gadget glitches have been removed from the game, I haven't been able to beat up on these guys as much as I would like to. So we're taking out our frustration right now. Come here, Daryl. I'm Rosa. Your shots tickle. Get wrecked, son. So I think once again, this is a very situational gadget for Rosa, much like her previous gadget. With very specific team comps, the Grow-like gadget was insanely good, but can be detrimental for your team if you don't have the proper teammates and the brawlers that they choose. Same goes for the Unfriendly Bushes. In my opinion, you need to have a very bush-heavy map to get use out of this gadget and get people slowed down so you can catch up to them. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure which one is going to be better because, like I said before, I think they're both very situational, which can be a good thing. I think it's fun to have gadgets like this. Which one do I choose to go into which map? So next, outlining Tara's gadget here, and I've said this previously in a video before, but I think the Vision gadget is going to be by far in a big way better. I feel like Vision is so dang good, being able to see where people are on the map to get that control during the match right off the get-go in a 3v3 game mode is so good. And there are a ton of brawlers in this game that have piercing damage and can take out 3 clones super quickly. Now, I think it's going to be good in some situations, like if you're up against a high damage dealing brawler, maybe like a Piper or something like that, being able to use the clones to basically as a meat shield. I think that's insanely good. But man, if you're up against like a Rosa or an Amber or a BB, anyone with piercing damage, they seem absolutely useless. But here we go. Let's activate our last one here. Getting in on the Brock, we got 3 shots from him, so he ate up 3 basic attacks, so good in those respects. But once again, I think we have a Daryl again. What's up with these Daryls? Did you not have enough pain from the last game? Huh? Come here. I'm not W. Another very important thing to keep in mind about this gadget is they will auto attack to the nearest thing that you want to deal damage to. So on a heist safe, a runaway heist safe, you can get a lot of damage, or any objective based thing. So an IKE or a heist safe like this. So maybe we'll see Tara a little bit more meta in heist if you kind of are in base race maps. I think it's going to be good. Imagine like a Tara, a Spike, and a Nita or something crazy like that. That is a ton of damage. So like I said before, I think Psychic Enhancer is just going to be a tiny bit more useful in more situations here in the game. But this can be really, really good if you're more comfortable on a map that is longer range. You want some protection trying to go in, eating up some basic attacks from the enemy team, then it'll be good for that, or just applying a lot of damage in heist. But we'll have to wait and see. Definitely a really cool gadget though. So next up, taking a look at Jean's here, and I gotta say I'm a big fan of this one as well. I like how it is kind of like a Piper's mechanic where it deals more damage at a range. So what it does is when you activate it, it hones in on every single brawler within the radius. So if you're playing in Showdown, there are 8 people around you, you're going to shoot off 8 different shots, and it's going to apply that damage. And another thing to keep in mind is that they are heat seeking. They won't stop until they hit the enemy that it's honing in on. The only thing that it can't do is go through walls. So that Colette was protected, but on a wall-less map or a map that doesn't have a bunch of walls, it could be really, really useful, I think. But we already ate through all of them. Let's see if we can finish this bad boy up. Come here, Bull. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Jean already has a crap load of bursty damage with his basic attack, and I think this is just going to be that much more helpful. Jean does a lot of his poke damage at a distance, and say, for example, you get someone super low, they're really far away just from your basic attack poke damage. You can use your gadget to finish them off with 800 damage to the face. I think it's going to be fairly decent to pick up those straggler kills, the kills that are kind of harder to get, so finishing that off. Okay, so this one is very hard. Lamp Blowout is insanely good. Any of the kickback gadgets help Jean out, or any of the brawlers that have it out, immensely. And M's kicking back a very aggro Mortis or a tank or something like that just gives you an out if you need it. So I think this one might be the better of the two. If you really think about it, this is going to come in handy no matter what game mode you're on, no matter what map you're playing on, no matter what comp you're playing against. You can find some use out of it and get you out of sticky situations, where this, if you're on a map that has a bunch of walls or a lot of bushes, it won't be super useful. But on a bounty map where kills are important and there's a lot of open space, it can definitely help out. 800 damage at its maximum range is nothing to laugh about, and the potential to deal a bunch of damage to the enemy team if all 3 are in the radius can be very useful for your team in a 3v3 game mode. And then for the final one, we have Tick, Last Hurrah, the self-destruct gadget, where you can apply a little bit more damage, 1000, nothing crazy or anything like that, just for one gadget. I know we just said Jean, you can't laugh about 800 damage, so 1000 is something, but my favorite thing about this gadget is the immunity that comes along with it. You can protect yourself and then deal some additional damage, like so, with a pretty dang hefty kickback to keep back some of those aggro brawlers like a Primo or something like that that's on top of you. Get them away from you. It's almost just as good as you dashing away with the other gadget. You know what I mean? So let's see if we can wrap this up. Guys, you know I don't play Tick a whole lot, so we'll see how this goes. Normally when it comes to gadgets or abilities in the game, I'm a big fan of mobility, having something that can assist you to get away, a Mortis dash or something like that, speed from max. I have a great time with it. So I'm definitely a fan of the first gadget for that reasoning alone, but man, is this gadget good. If there's a bunch of people around you, you're in a bad situation. A lot of people like pressuring Tick. Aggro brawlers, they find him like defenseless. Just use one gadget, get them the heck away from you, deal some good damage, kick them back. You can predict where they're going to be kicked back to, have a few of your Tick mines waiting for them. I think it's going to be exceptional. So here we go. Let's wrap this up, guys. We're getting beaten right now by the bots. Can you believe it? Now we got to trust the bot in our team. Why are we playing the 3v3 mode? We're up against bots and we got bots on our team. It's horrible. I hate this situation. But here we go. Wrapping it up on a new gem grab map too. I'm really a huge fan of the new environment, like I've said before, and the gem grab maps that came out. Guys, I gotta go out on a limb and say this one is way better than the first gadget. This one, really, really good if you're used to it. A lot of the time, if you're good with a particular mechanic or gadget, you might want to just go with that if you're more comfortable with it. But like I said in the gameplay, I feel like this has almost the same utility with the kickback as you do the dash with the first gadget. Getting away from the pressure of the enemy is really, really important from the first gadget, but you can literally do the same exact thing with the second gadget, except kicking them away from you. Also with the damage on top of it and the immunity, I think this one is going to be the best bet for sure. I can't wait to see aggro ticks just activating the gadget, walking into someone, having a few mines pre-planted on the ground, kicking them into them, dealing more damage, having a tick head waiting for them. I think it's going to be a really good time. This is an awesome gadget. So then the question is which one am I going to vote for? Because we can only vote for one over on Twitter. I think I'm going to go with Tick. I don't love Tick. I don't play with Tick a whole lot, but I find the gadget really, really enjoyable. It's a fun gadget. Immunity is really cool in the game. Timing it to protect yourself up against like a Piper shot or something like that. It has a higher skill cap in that respect, and it's fun just to have more damage, being scrappy with a brawler that shouldn't be. And then in a perfect world, if Tix was first place, which one am I hoping to come out in second place? And I think I'm gonna go with Tara's. Even though I said that this one is gonna be a bit better, in my opinion, Psychic Enhancer, I still think this one is really, really cool. Being able to spawn in 3 clones is really interesting, and I think it might be able to be used in fun ways, like protecting yourself up against the higher damage dealing brawlers, the single shot brawlers, the bees and stuff like that. And then in matches of heist, you can really get a lot of damage on that heist save, where maybe now Tara might be meta in. Be sure to let me know in the comments down below what you want to see with these second gadgets, which one out of the 4 you're going to be voting for and hoping to see. I would love to hear that. Super, super interesting. But yeah, guys, hopefully you found this fun. Hopefully you guys are excited for the second gadgets to start rolling out here with this update. I most definitely am. Anything that makes the gameplay a bit more intricate, fun, higher skill cap, I am game for. It's insanely fun. But yeah, guys, hopefully you all enjoyed the video today. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. I'd really appreciate that. With that being said, have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios, everybody.